Hello and welcome to another What Sold on eBay video. I'm your host Chris, the Thrift Shop Hustler. We're going to go over some of the items sold in our eBay charity shop via the American Cancer Society. So if you want to check out some of those items, definitely go down there and check the link below. So we're going to go over a few items today and talk about them. And there's definitely some bolos, so you definitely want to stay to the very end. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, definitely go down there and click the subscribe button. Let's get started. Up first is this vintage Asian theme Jasper and Quartz beaded necklace. Maze, bees, yin and yang is like basically all the stuff that's on this pendant. It's not really, it's just regular metal. It's nothing fancy or anything like that. But, this stuff, you can come across this stuff all the time at garage sales for like a quarter or a dollar. Sometimes someone will have like a jewelry box and this kind of like really kind of, it's like not really high end. It's almost like costume jewelry, as you can see here, what it looks like. Sometimes people buy these kind of items just to take apart the beads and make their own different types of necklaces. So don't pass this up if you can get like a whole box of this stuff for like $5. This sold for $24.99 plus shipping. Next up is this Bradford Exchange official Disney charm bracelet. We've talked about Disney charm bracelets before in the past. And if you see any kind of Disney charm bracelet, definitely take another look. And if you can find them cheap enough, sight unseen, just buy them. Some of them go for pretty good money. There's not really a ton of them that are really worthless, but there's a lot of them that are actually worth some pretty good money. I've seen some solid gold ones in the 60s and all through the 80s. There's some vintage kind of like charm bracelets and different kind of ones that link. They're like kind of squares and they link each other. I don't know exactly what they're called. They're like a different kind of charm bracelet. And if you know, in the comments, leave a comment below what those kind of stretchy metal charm bracelets are, that they're square and you can basically add the squares to the chain. I forget exactly. I know there's a name for it. But anyways, this one's from the Bradford Exchange. The probably the most famous one and the most sought after ones are some of the ones that are like vintage from from Disney's, like Disneyland and like Walt Disney World. There are also some ones from oh man, I want to say no, I think it's Pandora is the company, and they do solid silver. Sterling silver and solid gold ones, and some of those go for crazy, crazy, crazy money. So if you ever see Disney charm bracelets, definitely pick them up if the price is right. Next up is this antique Masen China bowl flower, and it's basically I think I'm probably butchering the name. It's like Masen, or it's out of Germany. I want to say, and you got to look out for these two, or Messen, and you got to look for these two little like swords that are crossing that make an X, and you really can't zoom into here, but you could see what they look like, and they're usually blue, and it's usually in kind of some kind of pottery, not pottery, like ceramic bowls. They've done statues and stuff like that, but it's like if you ever see this stuff anywhere and the price is right, pick it up. To my knowledge, I'm pretty sure there's like knockoffs and stuff, but um, it's just one of those things to look out for. It's out of Germany, and some of them are from the 1700s, 1800s. They've been around for a while. They've been around for a long, long time. This company, and so, like I said, if you see the double swords in any kind of pottery or any kind of ceramic, like I said, they do statues too. All kinds of different things that are ceramic, bone china, stuff like that. Definitely take another look at them, and if the price is right, just scoop them up if you ever see these two swords double crossing like that. Definitely. Next up is this Paul Smith. These are some sunflower shoes. Paul Smith is definitely a clothing Bolo brand, but you really actually hardly come across this kind of brand. But I'm just showing everyone this just in case you ever come across this Paul Smith brand. He does he does all kinds of different kind of things, and so if you ever see these kind of shoes, these ones sold for $31. They're in pretty good condition, and if they're brand new, they're going to go for a lot more than that. But these are in pretty good condition, used like new condition, and they sold for $31. Next up is this antique coin silver from H.J. Pepper. These are 6 spoons, as we can see here. If you ever heard the if you ever heard the term, if you ever heard the term coin silver, it means it's 80% silver. And what that means is they'll take coins and they'll melt them down and they'll make spoons out of them. Probably the one of the most famous kind of artisans that does that, or did that, I should say, was Paul Revere. Yes, the red coats are coming guy. He's actually a silversmith, and if you could actually find some of his spoons, the single spoons go for like thousands of dollars if you can find them. And there's also some really nice sets that he's done that the money's just like insane. Some of the teapots and things, how much those go for, just for historical purposes and things. And he's kind of a celebrity in colonial times. So if you could find his kind of silver, but back in those days in the 1800s, I'm pretty sure they've done. I mean, this is probably from the early 1900s, but they used to just melt down coins and create cutlery and stuff out of them, and they're 80% silver. So for the most part, if it's not tied to a famous artisan or a silversmith, they're going to go for basically weight of silver, and that's exactly what you're seeing here. So $42.95. These are 19 bids. This is actually a pretty good deal for some spoons like this, especially if you're into investing and you want to have like a little bit of gold or silver in your portfolio. Having some spoons is definitely something. I mean, everyone's coins are so easy to store, and they're so small and stuff, but also spoons are something. If you can't get coins silver, because sometimes there's a premium on coins because the collector nature of them. So spoons is one of those things that people really don't look at as far as like if you want to add some silver to your investment portfolio. So anyways, $42.95 is a great deal for this kind of thing if you're doing that for that kind of purposes. Next up is this Givenchy Paris Cameo, and I know I'm pronouncing this name wrong because it to me it's just like Givenchy, and I know it's like Givenchy or something like that. Anyways, if you ever see any camouflage shoes in anything, definitely take a look at the brand and look it up if you've never heard of it, because anytime I've come across camouflage shoes, they usually have been really good. Of course, if it's like Vans or some a brand you've heard of before, they're not going to go crazy. But if it's like a brand you've never heard of before, definitely look them up because there's lots of different designers that have used the camouflage motif. Over the last 10 years, I think it's kind of dying down, the whole camouflage look. But in the last 10 years, I would say a lot of interesting and unique designers have used the camouflage, like I said, the kind of design or style or whatever you want to call it, the urban flair or whatever the heck you want to call it. But anyways, these went for $50. These things probably like retailed for like $200 or $300 brand new. I want to say Givenchy, but that's not how you pronounce it. Should probably go look that one up. But anyways, that's another Bolo brand for sure if you ever see that brand. And these are what the shoes look like. And I need to talk to my people because they're using small. My photos, when I see a listing with my photos, you'll be able to zoom into them. Pleasanton, you can't even zoom into them. Anyways, that's what the logo looks like right there, and they're really high quality too. And that's another thing too. Just like everything else in clothing, and handbags and things like that. The quality, if you can start to recognize high quality, you don't even really need to know the name brand. And if have your phone or you don't basically need to do any research or anything like that. If you see like something that looks like it's got super high quality and the price is right, definitely pick it up. You can never go wrong with high quality stuff. And so, they sold for $50 with 29 bids. Next up is this Thule Sterling French Provisional. That's probably not how you say provisional. Provaz. Anyways, this was like a huge set of sterling. It says it sold for $1,000, but it actually was $1,700. One of the things is when you start an auction and you have a buy it now option, if it sells with the buy it now before it gets like a bunch of bids, it's going to give you the very first price that you price it at. So let's say like I listed this at $99 with on an auction with best offer, and someone offered me $1,000. It's going to show $99 when you show it on the completed listings. I don't know why they do that. As a matter of fact, I wish eBay would actually just show the price it's sold at. I don't know why. I don't know why they do that. If you know why eBay doesn't show the price in completed listings, it's got, especially if it's a buy it now, it's got the line crossed out. Leave a comment below. I'm really curious why they do that. I don't know. I don't understand why they do that. But anyways, back to this. Sterling silver sets. We've talked about this in nauseum in the past, and if you've been watching these videos before, to look out for this kind of stuff. And if you're not subscribed, definitely go down there and click the subscribe button. We just hit 13,000 subscribers, so I really appreciate everyone who's been showing love and clicking the like button and leaving comments. That really helps. But anyways, this is a nice set sold for $1,700. If you ever come across these at estate sales, definitely flip them over. If they have sterling, if they say sterling on them, pick them up. 925. There's also some like European marks, like if you see a lion, because usually UK will have 3 different marks. One of them I think is the location of the silversmith. One is either a lion or a queen or something that represents sterling, and then there's like a letter like a K or a G or an H, and that represents the year. And there's tons of information on Google to look all the European marks up, because getting into silver spoons is a whole rabbit hole of hallmarks and things to kind of look out for. But like I said, sometimes like Russian silver is going to say like, what is it going to say? Like 800 silver or like Asian silver. Sometimes will say 800. And so it's just one of those things you have to look out for, because people miss that, because everyone's brain is trained to just look for sterling, look for 925. Those are the only 2 things I'm going to look for. And a lot of people miss the European marks, the Asian marks, the UK marks, and all that kind of stuff. So, definitely research this kind of stuff if you want to learn about this, because it's big dollars that people, sometimes have out there for like $40 for a set like this, and it's worth $1,700. Next up is this PlayStation 3 Mortal Kombat. This sold for $9.99. PlayStation 3 is kind of one of those systems that I try to stay away from, especially, if you come across, if you can purchase like a whole bunch of these at a good price, I mean, that's another situation. But PlayStation 3, PlayStation 2, there are some titles that are worth like crazy money, but they're really, really, like it's like 1% of the total like collections of these things that are like anything worth over $100. So anyways, just if you have your scanner, your phone should have, if you have eBay on your phone, you can just use that as a scanner to look any of this stuff up. That's what's so great about video games and DVDs and Blu-rays and things that have barcodes, is you can like look them up on the fly. And especially if you have like some of the Amazon apps, the paid apps. I think what is the one I have here? Let me look it up real quick. I think it's like Scan Buddy, or it's some scanner, or Scoutly. That's what I have. By a seller tool. It's like $10 a month, but it's really cool because it's like it shows you the Amazon prices and sales rank and stuff like that. So definitely look into that kind of stuff. If, like I said, the eBay app is free, and it's basically got a barcode scanner in it. You just basically go to the search thing, and there's a little icon. It's like a camera icon, and you can scan your heart away. That was so long-winded just to tell you to go get the eBay app to use it as a scanner. I don't know. Next up is this waking. Excuse me, I was just like dyslexic there. The Waking Sleeping Beauty, brand new DVD. If you find any brand new DVDs for like less than $1, definitely pick them up. A lot of the brand new stuff sells anywhere between $6 to G's on up. Average price is around $8 to $9 if you can find brand new DVDs. And Blu-rays especially. Awakening Sleeping Beauty is a really, really good video if you ever come across it to watch. It's like a documentary on like how Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast and how Disney came back from almost bankruptcy in the 80s, and the late 80s and the early 90s with the new Disney classics. And it was just like a whole renaissance of the animation. It's I worked on this thing in post-production. It's a really, really, really good documentary. So if you haven't seen Waking Sleeping Beauty, definitely pick it up if you're into Disney and stuff like that. Anyways, I'm Chris, Thrift Shop Hustler. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely go down there, click the like button, leave a comment, say hello. That helps the algorithm and the channel grow. So once again, I'm Chris, Thrift Shop Hustler. We'll see you next time. Take care.